Hello. Hi Marco, can you hear me? I've been resetting up everything here, so maybe my audio is all messed up. And thank you. And of course you can't stay long, it's really late. Well, I'm gonna try to at least do something. Can you hear me? I want to make sure that everyone can hear my voice. Is my mic set up properly? Yes. Thank you, Jack77. Thank you for congratulations. So it's been quite hard for me to push myself to do this right now because I'm really not in the mood. I'm a bit tired, it's late, but I'm gonna try and do something. So my sexy voice. Well, the goal here is, well, I'll be honest, I really haven't been in the mood to do any kind of programming or development for of any kind these days and these months slash weeks, months, year, whatever. And so now, since it's the 8th anniversary of that game, I'm gonna try to at least, you know, get something done and basically talk to you guys if you have questions and stuff. So I was planning on maybe trying to program an enemy, but I feel more artsy. So, well, art. I feel like more like doing some visual stuff. So I was trying to maybe get going to do a little bit more map design. So let me just take a look at what's going on here. Thank you, Kevin. So this is the map of Grapnel Man stage. As you can see, there's only the beginning part and the end, which is the boss room. And I'm really not used to Photoshop anymore. So let's just go put the boss room over there and the doors. If I'm going to program, I don't know. But let me, okay, I'm gonna try to run the game and show you a little bit of how it is right now with this stage. Man, where is it? Okay, there it is. Can I run it? Can I even run it? Let's see. Okay, we've got the folder here. Hi everyone, a bunch of people showed up. Hi Eric, the L327 Elite Sword. Okay, debug, launch. Okay, I'm gonna stop that music here and see if we can control this thing. Yes, it's been so long. Hey, the controller works. Options. Up, down, left, right. Jump, fire, slide, next, previous, start, select. Alright, looks like it's working. Okay. Can you hear something? Can you hear the music? Okay, the sound is barely enough. Okay, so that way you should hear the sound. The amazing music that we already heard a million times. Well, don't get too hyped, Jack77. It's like it's really hard for me to get motivated to do some development because at my work I'm doing scripting already. So here's the current stage that is not done yet, and as you can see, it's not even the right boss we see. Because, you know, it's all copy paste until we get things done. And this stage will probably crash. Okay. So you see this, you're very familiar with this enemy already. And then there's this guy. And as you can see, they don't even have a background, so they're just floating in midair. And they're carrying junk and dropping junk on you. If you're not close, no, they drop it anyway. It's just if you're close, they'll drop it earlier. Whoops. And maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay, so see, they will drop the thing when they are near next to you. And here we have this met. It goes crazy, firing at you, going up and down. And this met crashes the game actually, if you're not lucky. I don't know why yet. And these junk guys, they either carry junk or they carry a bomb, and basically the junk will hurt you with the debris and the bomb just explodes next to you. And yeah, and I'm probably gonna die. And as you can see, we've got the temporary well, for me the motivation is basically because I already do scripting and stuff at work, so now and when I get back home I really don't feel like, especially since I've been working from home, it's like at the end of the day I just want to leave the screen. So you can see that the whole thing is just, there's just no graphics yet. We've got the pause menu where I basically reskinned it and moved some things around. So what you see here is basically what the collisions look like. Whoops. You see there's no... Basically what blocks you on the side of the screen is a blue line. The pixels have to be blue for the wall to stop Mega Man from getting out the screen. So if there's no wall, if there's no such invisible wall, you'll just run out of the screen. But now I forgot to put one on this side, so you can just go off screen. So this is the enemy I did not finish the last time I did some development. And there's this section where I created a kind of a crushing ceiling a la Metal Shark Player. And it's probably not optimized at all and slows down the game. And here the stage stops because I haven't done anything yet past this point. Well, actually I'm kind of lying because there is... oh god, do the cheats work? Oh yeah. So there's this, the end of the stage is there, but as you can see there's nothing yet. The doors are set up. And there's a boss. But he does nothing. So here is Grapnel Man, but he does absolutely nothing. There's no, well, he has an AI, of course. Like there's a Grapnel Man object in the game, but what all he does is basically enters the room, does his pose, and then stands there because there's no AI past that. And I haven't made any of the sprites besides the stand and fall and pose animations, and so you can just, he does nothing. And there you go. And the crusher ceiling has not been deleted yet. So you see the screen shakes like that. It's not been removed from memory. So everything is unfinished in this stage. And it's the old cutscene from Comet Woman's weapon. So that's that's where we're at for this stage. And see, he's not even beaten. Oh, and it's Wushu Man who's been beaten. Like I said, lots of bugs. Nothing is working for this stage yet. So that's where we're at for this. Why did I take this one? He has the same cutscene. And of course, like, all the music is placeholder. Now this stage is fully made, but it's still too hard. It's not been tweaked yet. It has the graphics, the enemies, and everything. It just needs to be tweaked, and remove some sections were moved because the stage is too long and too hard, too difficult. Hold on a second. Let me just open Discord. I had it closed for some reason. Like it's always open except now. Yeah, I heard it's been used in Mega Man VR, this song. It's just temporary, because I like the song. But let me just close this and... Okay, so now... I don't know where to put my controller. Okay, I'm gonna close the game and controller's upside down. Okay. So for the Grapnel Man stage, okay, I need to make some room now because controller's in the way. All right. Okay. So, as you can see here, this is the stage so far. So in the level folder we have the Grapnel Man stage, and it has all the sections that exist at this point. So those are the screens that you've seen. There's a folder for the graphics and there's a folder for the collisions. Right now the image all look the same because the important files for how it works is to have the collisions correctly. So there's no graphics, as like there's no looks for the stage, because I have not done them yet. And as you can see here, there was, I say a lot as you can see. Let me just switch to the pencil. And this is Photoshop, of course. All right. Snap, and I'll put a line. I said I will put a line. Oh, is it? Oh, it's no, it's RGB. Why can't I pick the color? Okay. All right. So if we zoom here, we can put a blue line is gonna prevent Mega Man from going off screen there. So now we fixed the bug. Yay. Thank you, Wilder Perez. I hope I pronounced it right. Alright, so we've got this fixed, and what I wanted to do here is I wanted to design the rest of the stage, at least have the shape of the stage done. So I've counted here, there's 10 screens. Why are my shortcuts not working? Put some music. So we have a typical screen, which is 256 by 224. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 screens. So I try to have about like 30 screens in a stage. So there will be 5 more screens until we get to the checkpoint. And my idea for this stage was to have like horizontal sections which would mix the junk robot enemies that you've seen and the crushing ceiling, and the vertical sections would have I had an idea for an enemy which basically would be a ladder mine type of enemy. Basically when you go up the ladder and you go like when you climb close to that enemy, it would just start chasing you. Some of them would chase you up the ladder, some of them would chase you down the ladder, something like that. I haven't really made that enemy yet. I'm just thinking about it. Hi, N64 Mario. It's been a long time. Creation stream, yeah, kind of. I haven't touched this in like forever, so I'm thinking about it. So my idea here was to have like horizontal sections for the crusher ceiling and for the junk robots, and the vertical sections would basically use these ladder mine enemies. So I want to plan like in advance how the stage will be shaped. So the idea here is like we've already got 10 screens here. So I'm gonna have like 5 more screens until we get to the checkpoint, and those 5 screens I'm thinking should probably be vertical. So we've got this screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that 5th screen would be the checkpoint. And after that we would go probably a little bit horizontal, a little bit vertical again, and maybe repeat this a couple times until we get to the end. So as you know, most Mega Man stages go like this. Like you start, you get, and when you get to the point where you climb up or you drop down, they usually have the point where you switch to the next screen at the very end of the section, because if you try to go down here, like there's nothing here, so it doesn't really make sense. So there's always, I always do some kind of zigzag when you switch to when you switch from an horizontal section to another. My idea for the vertical sections was to have like the ladder mines, and at the same time have some enemies that will, you know, block you from going up. So you'll have to take them down before going up the ladders. So, okay, now we want to go and we're gonna have some ground, and well, on both sides of this section, we want to have our boundaries like this, because we know we're never gonna go off screen, right? Sorry, I'm kind of not really used to Photoshop anymore because I've been using Clip Studio. And I'm kind of sick of... Nah, let's change. So this is going to be our checkpoint screen. So usually the checkpoint needs to have like a platform in the middle. And like we want to lead the player in the right direction. So at this point, I'm basically designing the terrain to the basic terrain. I'm gonna do, like later, I'm gonna edit this terrain to have more unique challenges. No, I'm not gonna point with an arrow where to go, but as so when you get, like when you climb up from here, you probably see my cursor, I don't know when, but when you climb up from here, you're gonna climb up this ladder here, and then you're gonna drop down here, and basically your checkpoint will be here, in the middle here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. It's probably hidden. Let me check. Oh yeah, you can see it probably. So, okay, let's say you get past this screen. You die further away in the stage. When you're gonna come back here, you're gonna drop down in the middle here. Now I want to make it clear that you can't go back. Like, you're not supposed to go back. So that's why this wall is so high. So when you drop down here, you're going forward. You're going to the right. You're not going back up there and down the ladder. Hi, Queen Monica. So, yeah, I know you can theoretically take Rush up there, like Rush Coil and jump up there and go back down, but I just want to keep the flow going in the same direction to make sure it's clear all the time. Yes, I'm kind of working on it right now. For Queen Monica was asking if I'm working on Mega and Unlimited too, but you know, quote unquote working. So I'm gonna do the same kind of deal for all of these screens. So when we get here, we're gonna climb the ladder up at the on the right top right of the screen. So there's gonna be a floor here. Now there might be we might want to make it so that you can fall back down here. But for now, I'm gonna leave it like this, just to have an idea of the layout of the stage. So we're gonna have something just to make some temporary path. The music is from Final Fantasy 8, what the hell? I'm tired. So at this point we're gonna go up there. Okay, so I'm thinking, do I really want the player to go in zigzag like this? Maybe it feels a bit repetitive. Like if we keep hugging the left side of the screen here, it's kind of wasted space on the right side, right? So I could do something like this. I could just leave it like this. But, you know, if you go up there, it's kind of wasted. And if you just stay on this left side, it's kind of wasted. So I might actually completely remove the... I might just make it... Oh, I know, hold on, let me just explain something. You see the yellow line? The yellow line acts as a transition. So what happens is that when Mega Man touches the yellow pixels, it's considered a transition. So when he touches this, it's gonna trigger the camera transition to the other room. So instead of having these white walls, which are basically collision, I'm gonna, well, hold on, let me just remove the snapping. We wanna have like this. Okay, so sorry, I was just busy changing the music and looking at the chat a little bit. So here's what here's what the edge of our screens will look like. Well, I mean, they will look like behind the scenes with the collisions. Oh, but another thing I need to add is a ladder, because Mega Man can't change screen upward without a ladder. And for that I need to go fetch the color from another map. So we're gonna open I don't know, Steam Man. This level he has a lot of ladders. So as you can see here, why? Okay. What you see in the bottom is the water, and what you see here, the pink line is the ladder. It needs to go all the way to the top of the screen for it to work. Love this song, by the way. So this is going to be the ladder. And the ladder top. Let me just go. Oh, I don't have it here. Yeah, this will do. Go grab this to see what it looks like, but essentially the top of the ladder, excuse me, it's taking, like, it's been so long I don't remember everything. Okay, so the blue, the pink line needs to go all the way through, and yeah. So now we're gonna have our little ladders. So now basically I'm making it so that if you fall off and like you will transition to the screen below. Like this. Okay, so that's the basic layout of things, but you know, just this alone, like with this you can't possibly make it to the other screen because you don't jump high enough, but it's just for now to kind of have an idea of where we're going with this, literally. Like this, is it the correct height? Yes, all right. Designing levels in Photoshop. Yay! Whoops, I did something wrong. Okay. All right. Now there's more to it than, well, and we're just gonna add some kind of collision here so that we can at least cross the room, right? And we don't want this to be a thing here. And we want our, okay, so you see here there's a blue wall, so that means that when you walk here you're gonna stop. You're not gonna be able to continue. So we need a transition. Oh, but for the transition I usually do something. I use, for RP, I use Photoshop to do the level art as well. See, I usually do something like this when we switch screens. So there is more to it than doing the. This is just a map in Photoshop. Literally, it's just a map. That's not. Wait. No, I don't want to merge everything. No. Control E is supposed to be merged down. Okay, so if we want to add these sections to the game, they need to have, they are individual files for each screen. That's how the engine works. Because one screen doesn't exist outside of the current one. Like when you are in the room, all the other rooms around it don't exist yet. So I have these, what I have so far is the section 1, 2, 3, and then we have the pre-boss screen and pre-boss screen and the boss screen. So what we want to do here, we have screen 4, no, section 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna bring up this one, and I'm gonna take take this whole section and I'm gonna basically add it at the end, at the end, so we can actually continue the level. And I'm gonna save these screens one by one in different files. Oops, I need to have Minobi, you said you use Mega Man Maker. Yeah, I've used it a little bit at the beginning. It's not a bad idea. Alright, I've copied this, say, new file, and the dialog box is on the other screen, of course. So we're gonna save this. Where is it? Levels. Crap, no man. Citra. Do you design level layouts or enemies first? Usually, depends if I have an idea for a gimmick. Sometimes I'll have an idea for a stage gimmick and I'll kind of think of the stage first, but usually I try to think of what enemies will be in the stage and to draw this and to think about the stage relative to that. So this is section 4. And no, I don't want to save a PDF. So there's a file for... Good night, Quinn Monica. Thank you for showing up. Sorry for doing this so late. So Citra, like I said it earlier before you showed up probably, but basically I have in mind what I'll do with the horizontal sections and what I'll do with the vertical screens. And I have these enemies in mind and what they will do. So I want to, for example, for the vertical screens, I want to have, like, you have to climb ladders in the Mega Man game when you switch screen to be able to switch screens. So I want to have these enemies that are kind of ladder mines, and basically they stick to ladders and they follow you around. So I want to have these enemies in the vertical sections, so I'll design the vertical sections with that in mind. And the horizontal sections will be some other gimmick and enemies. Farpy asks, now that it's been some years, how happy are you with how MMU turned out, looking back on it? I'm not... I know that the Unlimited is not perfect. And there's lots of things I wish I could change about it, but there's so much stuff in that game that just looking back on it, I realize how much content we packed into that game that you know, I'm still satisfied with it, and people seem to like the game, so that's great. Oh, I'm really slow. I hate this. Why does it want to save a PDF all the time? I'm in a Final Fantasy kind of mood these days. Now keep in mind here, I'm gonna change these rooms eventually. This is just like the skeleton of the level. I'm really only just saving the files to design them later. That's why there's no graphics yet, because it's a lot of work to why Far Pieces MMU proved to me that fan games could be just as good as the official games, if not better. Thank you very much. I've been working on a Citra says I've been working on a Mega Man game for a couple of years now and gone through designing several scrapped levels, and I seem to struggle getting enemies and gimmicks to work together, if that makes sense. So what you try to do is you try to design enemies that go with other enemies, or enemies that fit the gimmick you want to do, for example, and that's not to say that it will work perfectly all the time. It's the kind of thing that you have to try, and you have to test it and tweak, and then you have to play it and see. That's basically how I operate. I want to try and try the game as I go. Truly, to me, that's still the best way of doing it. You can't really possibly plan everything in advance. Some things will go wrong. So yeah, what I'm planning to do for this stage with the vertical sections is I plan to have a bunch of ladders with, walls and ceilings and stuff. And I plan to have an enemy that will stick to the ladders and follow you when you climb. And to have another type of enemy that's going to be moving around in this whole thing. So what you'll have to do as you play is that you'll have to look at where the ladder mines are and look where the other type of enemy is moving to plan how you're going to move through it. So I don't know if you understand what I mean. Those two enemies are gonna work together. One of them is gonna chase you, and the other is gonna be the obstacle that will be in your way while you're being chased. So you'll have to destroy these enemies before you get the mine to chase you. Does that make sense? Citra, I'm trying to trying to think of that's basically how I envision these vertical screens in my head. Of course, when I try it, it might not work. I plan to maybe have some parameters in the enemies that can randomize things. Maybe the delay before they wake up and chase you, or if they chase you down or up the ladder. And maybe the enemies that can move around to get in your way, they could be on a preset path with different positions they would move to. So this the kind of thing that when I put the enemy in the game, I'm gonna try different things, and of course the stage layout will try to get in your way as well. Maybe you'll have to slide through some passage, and now I really need to do some actual work. Yeah, you have to have some kind of plan in advance, but in the end you can try to combine some enemy you didn't think that would be used in this stage, and you'll see that it works well. So yeah, trying a lot of things, mixing things together, playtesting, to me it's the best way. I mean, you'll have some game designers that will try to plan everything in advance, but I don't think that's the best way. It's always better to try playtest your stuff first. Well, not first, but as you go. And I'm gonna make some mistakes as I save these because I'm kind of distracted. Is there any particular engine I should use for Mega Man fan games? Jack777 asks, says there should be a screen nuke in this game. Maybe. Well, I'm trying to read the chat. Yeah. Is there any particular engine? Honestly, I don't know what engine everyone is using. Our engine is custom, is made from pretty much from scratch in C++ in Visual Studio, so it's kind of unique in that way. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know exactly what other engines people are using. I know that you could use like UDT 2D, but I don't know if it's a good engine for Mega Man stuff. Okay, so now is going to be the checkpoint screen. Sorry, I don't necessarily answer every question because I'm trying to get this stuff done at the same time. Okay, so I saved all these files now. I'm gonna try and put them in the game. Oh my god. I know it's gonna take me longer than I think. The thing is that I need to move all this stuff around because where is it? Oh, there it is. Now, some of you that have worked with current engines, prepare to be confused, or at least because Mega Man Unlimited doesn't have a real level editor. I mean, it does, but not for designing the actual, you know, shape of the level. So we have here, we have level grapnulman.h and .cpp. So you can see here I have an enum that lists all the grapnulman sections. So what I want to do is add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to have and 8 will be CP checkpoint. Okay, and okay, so now we're really not done here, and I think I forgot to make the XSCN files. Okay, so basically we have this is the final boss. So we have collisions, we have graphics, we also need files that will define the animations, like how the graphics will be animated, and we have a file for defining the scene, which is where all the enemies will be. So there's like 4 files. If you look here, you have art, collision, sprites. The sprites are the files, the XML files that will specify which image is shown in what order to, like, for the animations, like what graphics go, what graphic file goes with what collision file. So let's see. We open this one. So we're gonna make, so now we basically have to put the path to the art file. Here, whoops. And the collision file. And we basically need to repeat this for every screen. There's a lot of manual labor for this, so you need to be patient. but these files only have the number changed, so far not too bad. But when there will be animations, there will be multiple graphic files for every screen. So this is pretty easy so far. I need to just save these correctly, and then I have the path to this one, which is a bit different because it's just a checkpoint. Alright, I have the sprite files done. And then you need the scene files, which are in the level folder. Here. So we have to copy paste it. And screen 8 is going to be checkpoint. I just named them like that to differentiate them. I'm going to go grab this graphic file, put it here. This is gonna be a level. This file will define where the enemies are. So later, when I edit the levels, I'm gonna add some enemies in level editor, and they will all show up here. Well, maybe not tonight, but oh, it already exists. Oh yes, that's normal. 5. No, underscore. Okay, 6. trying to read a little bit of the chat. All right, 7. So I'm not very exciting stuff that I'm doing now. I'm just basically naming files and pointing to paths. Oh, okay, so now we have this file containing all the code for the level crap no man. So I need to parse the scenes and add the ones that I've just created. So what this does is specify which scene files are used, and it basically loads them and loads everything, and I need to have the correct paths. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a checkpoint, and I have to point to the correct one. And just to make sure I have the correct names. Do I have? Okay, there's a comma and everything. All right, cool. So we've got the scenes here, and there's one extra one that shouldn't be there. Remove it. And okay, now we have create the boss doors. I will come back to that later. Okay, so what we have to do next is specify the graphics for each section. For 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here I need to point to the sprite files, which are these ones. Oh, there's no. Uh-oh. See, I made a mistake. I saved number 7 as number 8, or the opposite, whatever. So I need this one. And this is gonna be 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. Now here comes the great part of positioning all these sections in the universe. But this is a really boring part because we need to so basically these positions are like X and Y coordinates for where the rooms are. But the thing is that since I moved everything around, I'm gonna have to go get the positions for every section so far. So that means this section here you can see at the top right the coordinates of this place. It's 0, 17, 28. But that doesn't sound like a good number, so I'm gonna look up. If everything is alright. Yeah, everything's wrong now, so I'm just gonna put some rulers. So I'll try to keep everything on the grid. So that everything will, you know, snap correctly when you whoops, I actually put the whole thing off screen. Hold on. All right, everything is fine. Did I Okay, it's correct. Okay, cool. So I need to get the coordinates of each screen. Zero, 15, 68. So the first screen is at 0, 15, 68. I will have to reset all these coordinates, and I'll keep the boss doors, the boss screens in the same location for now. Next screen is here. Seven 68, 1792. This is the worst part for me because sometimes I can't even remember what number I was supposed to type. Size. Same X. 2016. Now it's going to be 2016, 2048. Now all the Y's, no, all the X's of the remaining screens are going to be the same. Only the X will change. I mean the Y will change. And it's going to be here, 1792. $15.68. I hope I'm not boring you to death with this, but it's just the legwork I have to do. It's like once it's done, it's done. Like I don't have to go back to it. It's just a tedious part. And this here will be 1120. Alright, so I've placed all the screens correctly. Now this section here is to place where Mega Man will be, because when you press the cheat to teleport Mega Man to all the different screens, he will teleport to these locations for each screen. So the first screen is easy. Oh, well, hold on a second. Oh, I forgot something here. But for now, we don't care. So for this, the first screen, it's half the screen, so that's fine. It's gonna be 128 size 95. Basically, I decide where Mega Man will appear when you press the teleport button. 176. All right, now we go to this new screen. Mega Man will appear down there. 2071 2207. And here 2212 1906. It's almost done, almost done. See, there's something about the checkpoint that I forgot. I need to have this color here at the center of the screen so that Mega Man doesn't fall through the screen when he teleports. So what's the half of the screen again? And I forgot to change the music, sorry, it's pretty quiet. I was too into it. All right. So this little line will stop Mega Man from falling through the ground and dying. You just need to copy this screen and put it there. There we go, save. And now this is the collisions, so I don't need to update the graphics because, you know, I don't really care that the graphics don't show this collision exactly. Open in another document. All right, so save. Cool. So now we've got our sections placed right. We have the hero location placed right. Now it says like if the checkpoint is reached, we go to section 1, but that's not the case here. We want to go back to the section 8. Now, another thing we need to do is we need to tell which section will transition up. So, essentially section 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 all need to go up or down. So we'll take this bit of code here and put it there. We're gonna say that if we are in section 4, five, 6, 7, or 7. So it says like if we touch the transition up, we go up. We go to the next section. If we go down, we go to the previous section. So that's all right. Now we need a case for the section, for section 8. And we need a case, we need to change the case for section 4. I mean 3. Because section 3 needs to go up when we go back, it needs to go right when we go right. So it'll be this case. Sorry. So section 3 will, if the arrow goes, basically that's the transition, right? We'll increase a section, and if we go up, we go back a section. Now for section 8 it's a special one. It needs to tell that we have reached a checkpoint, and it needs to go back down. No, that's not boss reached, that's checkpoint reached. Okay, that's the one. Let's just take this. What I'm doing, I'm setting up the transitions, like what will happen when you reach the side of the screen or the bottom of the screen for each section. So, no, I don't want to. Oh god. So here, if for section 8, if we go right, we will progress. If we go, okay, but if we go down, we need to go to the previous section. So something like this. Hey, guess what? I think we're ready to test what we just did. You just check here. Section 20 says it's a boss, and oh, hold on a second. I need to do something. It's in section 7, something different needs to happen. Yeah. Section 7 will do another thing. Because section 7 is the one that will trigger the checkpoint when you go up. And hold on a second, where is it? Yeah, it's basically section 7. When you go up, we go to the next section and checkpoint is reached. in section 8, we go back. If we go down, go right. But there's no transition yet, so we don't really care. Save. And I'm not sure if I need to do something in the game flow for things to work. Let me just check quickly. I'm sorry, nobody must understand what the hell I'm doing. It's basically designing a level layout without anything visual. I think I need to instantiate the levels. Yeah. Otherwise we'll go crazy when we do a build. So let's do this quickly. What's the name of the file? I always paranoid. I get always paranoid when I have to put like file paths. Alright, I think we're done here. We need to build. And we need a memory manager. Debug is gonna be okay, no package to do. Rebuild. Oh god. And now we wait for the build to be done. And after that, we're gonna test this thing. Sorry, it can take a while to build. And so what we've done here is that we've basically we've added a vertical section at the end of this crusher ceiling section. I also need to think about what I'm gonna do with the crusher segment, because I added the crusher, but I didn't really think what I'm gonna do as far as level is concerned. Like I'm probably gonna add some enemy that's gonna block you from progressing, and you have to shoot it quickly before the crusher comes back down. Something like that. I think I just added the crusher just to see if I could do it. So maybe I'll eventually have to remove the crusher and replace it with something else. Not really sure. So yeah, what we've done here is that before you couldn't change to this other section. Now you should be able to go through and climb up these screens, and the transition should all be working. And let me just check. Well, I already see something. Oh no, it's alright. So you see here, I didn't put the yellow all the way up to the ceiling here because I want MegaMan to be able to transition only when he's gotten past the wall that he doesn't see yet. You'll understand what I mean. Oh, something failed. Oh, there's something missing. I made a mistake. Oh, I forgot. forgot something. Do something. All right, that should work. And it's built. Let's try it. Bin, debug. It's been just built right now, so let's go. All right. Let's try this. Okay, now I'm gonna use some cheats because I don't want to get hit by the enemies and all that stuff. So we're gonna cheat by making ourselves invulnerable. So now when I get hit, but I won't get hit. See? Whoa, what is going on here? Crash. Okay. You didn't see that. Maybe it's the cheat actually. It's maybe the cheat, we never know. Or maybe it is actually. Well, let's just leave here. Alright. Alright, see here, I can't go past there now, so that's fixed. Hold on a second. Oh. I know what's wrong. I forgot to move the ceiling. I forgot to move the crushing ceiling, so it's no longer there. So here, what's gonna happen? Yay! We can switch to another screen. Yay! And then we can use rush coil. We get up there. Yay! And can we go back down? We can go back down. Yay! It's working. And we can fall there. We can't go back. That's fine. Okay, so this screen is working. So we'll go to the next screen. Hello, you won. And then can we go back? Can we go up there? We can. And it's transitioning right. Let's go back down. It's working. And we can do this. Go up here. Let's go back down. That's fine. And go up there. Yay, we're at the checkpoint now. When we go back down, it's working. And And so okay, now we've made it to the checkpoint. There's nothing else yet. Like I was just gonna die to the right of the screen, and if all is working right, I'm gonna come back to the screen when I die. Yay, it's working. So okay, so my level is working. It just has some bugs. The crusher. The crusher is not working right, so I need to move it down so that we can see it. And we might have to do something about the junk robots. So let's look at the code. Camera, compactor ceiling. Okay, you see here, if you are in section 2, we create the compactor ceiling and we put it at a position, and we have a lowering target, which is all right. And we need, well, in section 2, when we go down, we create the ceiling, but when we leave section 3, we should delete the compactor ceiling. So because, you know, we don't want the ceiling to stay there all the time. It should be destroyed when we leave this section. So we're gonna do a little bit of coding here. We're gonna go here and do this. Goodbye, Shinobi, Minobi. Good night. If can transition down. Basically what we do here, we have to check if the thing exists, we have to delete it, and then we have to make it null. So now its position is not all right, so we need to go. Right now it's at 463. View, remove that. Snapping. that's where the crushing ceiling is right now. So I need to put it way down. How do I go to do this without breaking everything? Okay, so I'm gonna check what's the difference of height between. So there's what? Hello, campfire. So, where is it? Okay, so it's at 1567. So, 463. It's 1567. Is it? No, it's not. What? Oh, it's 1105. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, I know it's confusing, and I'm gonna go to bed soon. It's 11. It's 1:20. Let's try. No, not this level. Wrong level. Wrong level. I want to see if I fix the bug. Okay, it's not working. Something else. Something's wrong. I think I'm gonna have to actually do some tweaking as I go. So it's gonna be here 2017. Let's try this. Farp asks, did you redraw the Mega Man face sprite on the stage select? Yes. Yeah, it's not the same as the official one. Okay, the build's done. That's why I'm hesitant to do dev streams, because it's so confusing for anybody that's not familiar with how things work. Oh yay, we've got something. It needs to go like 16 pixels lower. And watch it, it's gonna get killed when I cross the screen. Bam! This is the kind of thing that maybe I would want to kill it when we get to the next screen, like the other next screen. But for now, I'm gonna kill it here. Because before the compressor was, the compactor ceiling was, because I moved the whole stage down. If you look at the map here, before, this whole section, this whole part of the stage was way up there. I moved it down there so we can go back up without overlapping these screens here. So I shifted everything down, but I forgot to shift the compactor down. So basically right now I'm moving the compactor back where it's supposed to be. So, because before it was there, but it was off screen way up because I didn't shift it like the rest of the stage. And now we need to go through this transition to create the compactor. See? Okay, it's flush with the ground, that's perfect. And I think we're done with this. Yeah, the enemy down there is a graphics reused from Mega Man 6. I will replace it with my own graphic at some point. I'm just not in the mood to do animations. And yes, the explosion will do something like that. The wall now probably will be moving a little bit from explosion to explosion. But the explosion will linger like that. That's intentional. Alright. Well, guys, thank you for watching. And I think these are broken as well. I need to fix them. I think they're broken because of the stage, the changes I made to the stage. But that will be work for another day. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna go to bed now. So thank you everyone, thank you Eric. And we're gonna end on this marvelous bug on the screen right now. So, good night, everyone. See you next time, hopefully. And happy 8th anniversary, Mega Man Unlimited. Thank you, everyone who supported the game over the years, and hopefully see you next time with something. Bye.